Hi, folks. Welcome back. Now, yesterday I went on the H3 podcast and I debated Ethan Klein, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. But first off, if you want to learn more about my campaign, how to donate, or get involved as a volunteer, go to dentistforchange.com. I'll include the links below. I forgot to mention that on the podcast, but I'm mentioning it here. There's more information on the website about how to support, how to volunteer, and what we're trying to build. Now, about the conversation. First off, I thought it was great. We kept it civil. We had a conversation that was about challenging ideas. And though the majority of it was him trying to get me on a gotcha, we were still able to keep it friendly, keep it light, joke around, and talk through serious issues without it turning into a meltdown. Yes, it was technically a hostile environment for me, and he even admitted that. And I'm actually glad he was transparent about that. I do really appreciate that. I respect transparency. Even though it was somewhat lopsided, I think it was an important conversation to have. Number one, I'm running for public office. This level of scrutiny is absolutely necessary from every candidate. And if I'm asking people to trust me with representation, I should be able to sit under pressure and answer tough questions. That's part of the job. But at the same time, I think it's important that people see that you can disagree, challenge each other, scrutinize politicians, and still keep it civil. It doesn't have to turn into rage, defensiveness, or chaos. It can be intense, it can be direct, and it can still be respectful. And what I wanted to convey in that environment is that politicians should be authentic and actually have a personality, not just be an empty suit. Okay? I didn't refuse to answer any of his questions. I provided answers to everything he asked, and sure, he may not have accepted some of those answers, but I answered directly. And what I was trying to communicate is that I'm not an ideologue. Yes, I'm a principled person. Yes, my morality is deeply rooted in Christ. Yes, I hold on to that truth. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be some rigid ideologue who goes to Congress to impose his will on everyone. I'm there to represent the people who elected me, the people in my district. And I'm going to do what's best for the people in District 30. There are policies out there that I may personally disagree with, but at the end of the day, what it comes down to is bringing the most important results to the people of this district. It's giving them a voice in Congress. It's voicing their concerns. It's being a vehicle for them. It's being a true representative, somebody truly serving them. That's the core of this. My morality is founded in Christ, folks, and because of that, I'm not there to dominate people or silence differences. I'm accepting of others' points of view. I'm accepting that people will disagree with me. I'm accepting that my job is not to dictate, but to represent. I'm not there to be a dictator. I'm not there to be a party line puppet either, like many of these Democrats and Republicans. I'm there to serve the district. That means listening. That means adjusting. That means voting in accordance with the people who sent me there. And that's why I want to expand this kind of dialogue beyond one podcast. I want to have these conversations with people in my district directly. I want to do live streams where people call in and ask questions about what's going on. I want to debate policy openly. I want to do 24-hour IRL live streams, and I've talked about this on other podcasts. I want to bring an unprecedented level of engagement and transparency into Congress, to Capitol Hill. I want people in District 30 to know what I'm doing, how I'm voting, why I'm voting that way, and how I'm actively representing them. We are in an age where politicians enrich themselves unduly, where corruption is rampant, where insider deals and careerism dominate the culture of Washington. We don't need more career politicians. We don't need more party shills who just follow the line handed down to them. My opponent, the incumbent, is exactly that. She follows the party line. That's not representation. That's obedience to the machine. What we truly need are people who are willing to sacrifice, take risks, and fight for their constituents. People who are willing to stand up to their own party when necessary. People who are willing to say, this district deserves better, even if it costs them politically. That's what I want to promise to the people of District 30, of Hollywood, Glendale, Burbank, and Pasadena. Yes, we may disagree on policy. Yes, I may have firm views about protecting this country, but I do believe border enforcement is important. But as I discussed in the conversation about ICE, I don't like the current methods being used. I believe interior removals could be handled differently. I believe there are ways to restore cooperation, between the county, state, and federal level to reduce the chaos playing out on the streets. And polling shows that even in a largely blue district, there are many people who agree that that system isn't working the way it should. That said, we may differ on deportation policy, but that's exactly why representation matters. I want to work with people in this district, hear their concerns, debate the solutions, and arrive at the best path forward so that when I vote, I'm voting according to their interests in Congress. And that's what this is all about. Not ideology for ideology's sake, not theatrics, not scoring points, representation. And again, if you want to support that vision, if you want to donate, volunteer, or just learn more, go to dentistforchange.com. I'll include the links below. I forgot to mention them on a podcast, as I said earlier, but I'm mentioning it here right now. Again, this campaign is about building something different, something transparent, engaged, and accountable to the people of Pasadena, Glendale, Burbank, and Hollywood. That's the mission. Come join us. Anyway, folks, once again, thank you to the H3 podcast. Thank you to Ethan Klein for the conversation, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Anyway, have a terrific day. Peace.